Hello. Welcome to another edition of Soccer As We Like It, the Man United direction, the channel for United and football fans. Happy Monday, daily news. As you know, there's nothing new for us to tell you, which you don't already know. You must either be living in a cave or somewhere where you've not heard any news in reference to what's been happening as a United and football fan. As you know, Sir Jim Ratcliffe is now being considered the forerunner of this takeover bid. There was the breaking news on Saturday from reliable sources that Sheikh Jassim and the Qatari group have literally pulled out and said they are no more interested in purchasing United because the bids were rejected. We had a big podcast on this topic yesterday, so go back to our channel, look at the video we did yesterday. It was deep, it explained a lot of things, and we went back and forth. We had the UK crew, we had the USA crew, and together we made a fantastic show. So please don't forget to like and share our content, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel while you're watching us right now. Let's get to the nitty-gritty of it. As it stands right now, today, Monday the 16th of October, it's apparent. Is today 16th? 16, 15, 16, 15, what today? Today is Monday. 16th, yeah, I was right. So it's apparent, looking at this from a critical and a categorical angle, it is now semi-crystal clear that Sir Jim is the preferred favourite. But I'm going to go back a bit. It's been 12, literally since November. They said, when the Glazers put a statement out, said they were looking for investments or sale of Manchester United. They've been in Manchester United since 2005, which makes it 18 years. They, in their mind, have put in money, not their own money. It's money generated from the club that they're using to spend to buy players, and they take out the subsidies from it. So this is where things started to go wrong. When the announcement was made in November that they're looking for investments or sell, this is the difference. Sir Sheikh Jassim from Qatari said, as a United fan himself, he is prepared to buy out the whole club, restore, I'm going to use that term properly, restore the club to its former glory and put them back ahead on top of the pinnacle of European and global football by making a new stadium, building a new stadium, pay off the debt, replace the new training ground, invest in the women's team and the men's team, and make United number one again. And this team is going to be a super team. The Glazers, on the other hand, so yeah, but you are literally insulting us that you're going to restore it to its former glory, that we are doing a bad job. So there was already that bad interpretation of a guy's intentions. If a guy says, listen, I'm going to buy this company, I'm going to restore it to its former glory, I'm going to make it the best of the best, it's going to be the biggest company in the world, the current owner is going to like, oh, you literally said I'm doing a fucking bad job. They say sometimes the truth is bitter. Have the Glazers done a great job? No. They only pull out the money they need. They don't put money in. They took the money, they bought the club on a debt. That is one thing that will never ever happen again in 2000. That happened in 2005. They bought the club on a debt, which means they put the club down as collateral to buy the club. See what I mean? So as it stands, from all angles, Sir Jim Radcliffe of Ineos said he's also interested. But when they valued the club at 3.5 billion, which is also a bit much, the Glazers said they wanted more, 5.8 to 6 billion pounds. Sheikh Jassim has improved, increased, added on. His bids have gone from 4.5 to 5 to 5.8, including the 1.5 billion he was going to invest in reference to the stadium, training ground, the female team and the male team, and other investments, and paid the debt off of the club. The debt is still standing at 980 million. They still turned him down because the truth of the matter is, we fans have been played like a piano. Brrr, while the Qataris were actually screwed. Hence we use the title, the Qatari screw job. They were screwed out. They had the money to buy it. They had offered, because the Glazers are split into certain parts. You have the B shares and the A shares. Joe and Avram are on the part that the shares whereby they make the decisions. The other family members were prepared to accept money from Sheikh Jassim, who was going to buy the whole Glazer family out. But the Glazers, in their mind, like, this guy's already said he's going to improve the club. He's going to buy us all out. We might as well make as much as we want. But even when he increased his offer, but you've got to understand, Sheikh Jassim, yes, he's a billionaire. He could offer 11 million today, 11 billion, and they're still going to say no. You know why? Because they never wanted the club to go to him. They want, because if they sell the club to him, they're getting out of the club. They'll relinquish power. They'll relinquish control of the club. They won't have anything to do with the club. They'll be gone and gone with the wind, like the movie says. So Sheikh Jassim wanted 100% ownership. Then Sir Jim came with another twist. Him and Ineos Group said, you know what? If we buy 25% of the club right now, the other 60%, and the other, which is led to other regular public members own the other shares, we could work. So the Glazers saw that as, you know what? If he's offering 25%, we still have ownership. We still have a majority share. We still make decisions in reference to the club. We are still going to be in there. We're still going to have control. We're still going to have power. It's still going to be our club. We still make the decision, and we can still be pulling out money. So all this time, from November till now, I think the Qataris will just be strung along. I think the fans will be playing like a piano. I think the Qataris will just be strung along. They never really ever wanted the club to be sold to the Qataris. They wanted it to be sold to Sir Jim, who they could also say, Sir Jim is saying, him and Ines are saying, they'll buy 25% and buy some more later. The club is going to be more expensive as the years progress. We're living in a world of inflation currently. If the club is valued at 3.5 billion, and he's offering 1.4 billion for 25%. Even that 1.4 billion he's offering is only 25%, not even 30%, because 1/3 of 5.8 gives you close to 1.9. You see what I mean? So even his 1/3, he's not even getting 30%. He's getting 25%, which is still a bit more. Is still a bit expensive for the little portion he's having. But he said he's going to have sporting control. He's going to bring a new sporting director, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. But there are now more questions than answers. We had that big debate on the podcast yesterday. So go back, people, go back to our podcast, which we did yesterday, and listen to the podcast. We had the UK, USA crew. Smash a like on it. Please drop your comments and, share our video. And please subscribe to our channel. Thank you very much. So there are more questions now than even before. United fans are now more divided. But you know what is so funny? My phone has been blowing. My phone's been blowing since Saturday. Tim, what's your take? Oh, I think the Qataris were never the right fit. Okay. I think so, Jim. He's British. He's a United fan. Okay. You got to understand one thing. Jim Radcliff tried to buy Chelsea. He tried to buy Barcelona. He's already bought Nice. Oh, it's only now that Nice are doing well. That club was literally going the opposite direction. He's also in charge of Tour de France. They have a cycling team which are doing excellently well. He has money invested in Formula One. So I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but what the fans are quite disfranchised about is you buying just the 25% keeps the Glazers in. Most real United fans wanted the Glazers done, gone, in, as in goodbye, good night on your bike. But that's not the case now. So there's gonna be a meeting on Thursday where they're gonna vote to either to accept this guy's proposal, because honestly, there's nobody else who's in the bidding race. The Qataris have pulled out, according to the majority to the media. Qataris had pulled out, and that was the breaking news on Saturday, which is going to be a dark day in the history of Manchester United. You're going to ask, where were you when Qataris pulled out of the United purchase on the day? That was Saturday, the 14th of October. Now the club has stepped up security for the game on Saturday, because they are scared. United fans will go riot and go crazy. It is what it is. So the deal has been agreed in principle. That Sir Jim Ratcliffe, I use the word Ratcliffe because he was that guy who came in the night to steal the price. But the Qataris, were they ever in the running? Even though they had all the bids, buying 100%, everything every United fan dreamed of is what they were preparing to put on the table. And they were turned down. So you ask yourself, why were they turned down? Because the Glazers never wanted the club to be sold to the Qataris. So they moved it, they changed the time, they kept changing the date, the schedules, increasing the amounts required. They kept playing all these games. But we as United fans were so fickle, most of us, including myself, that we all thought, yes, they're getting closer and closer. Oh, why don't? No. The Glazers never wanted to sell the club to the Qataris. That's why it's called the Qatari screw job. Qataris were just screwed out, wasting their time. So now that there are more questions, the meeting's on Thursday where they've agreed in principle with Ineos. They're going to decide, they're going to vote whether this is going to be the official move they're going to take. The questions a lot of United fans want to know: are they still going to buy a new? Is Sir Jim going to buy? With 25%, he can't buy a new stadium. I mean, he can't build a new stadium. He can't build a new Carrington training complex. What's going to happen to the debt on the club? Is the debt going to increase? So these are questions. That's already 3 questions United fans want to know. New stadium? Are you buying? Are you building a new stadium? Are you building a new training complex? What are the debt that's still there? Are you paying the debt? Are you claiming the debt? So where is he getting the money to do this? Is he going to take another loan on top of the debt? We don't know. So where does JP Morgan, who helped finance the Glazers, where does JP Morgan Goldman Sachs fit into all of this? See what I mean? So there's so many questions and answers that United fans are eager to. So between now and Thursday, there's going to be so much development that United fans will need to know, and we've got to understand where are we going. Sir Jim said he's planning to take over the sporting arm of the club. So will that 25% require him to have just a sporting arm? Does he make all the decisions for the transfers, provide the sporting director, changes and all the transfers? Is that under his jurisdiction? Or he still has to go to the Glazers and out, because they're still going to have majority shares in the club? That's the whole thing in a nutshell. It's quite disappointing. It's quite sad that all this time, we just figured out like, wow, we've been played for a piano. We have been fooled and conned. I mean, it is sad. It really is sad. I felt really bad for the Qataris, because they're just going to take the money and go invest in another club. And I bet you, I guarantee you, the club they invest is going to end up being better than Man United in terms of my podcast, my forecast and my predictions. It is what it is. Is Ineos going to do what they really need to do? Or they're just going to go what the Glazers going to? Because they're saying they plan to acquire more shares and percentage shares with time. The shares are going to be more expensive. So where you get money to fund all this? Questions. Red flags, green flags, white flags, whatever you want to call it. It's really bizarre. So you drop your comment. You tell me what you guys think. Are you happy, Sir Jim? What's your take? Where do you stand on all this? Is Sir Jim just desperate to own a club because he was turned down from Chelsea, turned down from Barcelona, that he is prepared to sell his soul just to get a piece of the pie? So they're saying, I'd rather have a slice than no slice. Is that where we are? Is this his plan? What is his long-term plan for Man United? Is he just another guy who's going to still take out money from the club on his 25%? 1.4 billion? What's the 1.4 billion going to categorize? What's it going to entail? What's the detail? So those will be discussed in the meeting on Thursday. So we're going to have to wait a bit more and see where we're going. But till now, Man United play on Saturday. At least it seems obvious that the Qatari dream is over. The positivity, the optimism, the belief, the hope, the savior is all done. And it is over. So a new reality, a new dawn. If they confirm it and agree on Thursday in the meeting, Sir Jim will be the man of the people. I don't know about man of the people part, but this is where we're going to be. But I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to smash a like, subscribe to our channel, really help us get to our next goal, which is the 4K. So please subscribe to our channel and share our content. We're on all the social media platforms, and go to Spotify where you can listen to our podcast while you're driving to work or you're working at the gym. And tell us what you think. I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'm ready to see you guys very soon. From me, it's goodbye and good night, as the Qatari dream is over.